Anyway, welcome everyone to Insanity the Podcast, episode 22. No, wait, we're at like 26. Isn't that kind of crazy? We're over
Amnesia.
a quarter of the way to 100 episodes. What are we going to do for episode 100 if you make it that far?
Why wouldn't we make it that far?
Boiling up.
Boiling
Well,
up.
unless this show gets
What?
canceled.
Oh, yeah, no,
no.
I mean...
Episode 100 is just gonna be us all in person.
On
all
episode
oiled up.
100, we should have a viewer.
Oh, true. We should do... Oh, actually, that'd be... I think with nowadays, how circumstances are, if we do a viewer meetup, someone's going to think we're pedophiles.
Well, not a viewer meetup, just like add them to the podcast.
Oh, that'd be real.
It's gotta be fucking virtual.
We're
so.
gonna do like we're gonna buy it like a stadium or something, and then just do the
That's
episode
what-
there.
That's how movie theaters. Like those are not even that bad.
That'd be kind of crazy.
I think it's like 1,000. Like,
So I got almond milk. Got sold.
But anyway, I don't date these episodes because I don't want people knowing how long it took me to edit and then post these episodes on the internet. I'm a professional procrastinator. Like I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty sure there's a video that I had on my channel that I uploaded a full month after I recorded it, and I think that's really funny. I don't know what it is. No one else will know what
Is
it
he lazy?
No, it's like because I still have a video I recorded. I posted on Twitter that I recorded like a 2-hour long video of me playing this horror game. I don't know if anyone knows about it. It's called Supernatural. And I was like, man, this game is kind of scary. Like I was scared for like the first 30 minutes, and then like for the next hour and a half, it's just me sitting there in silence playing one of like the most boring games I've ever played in my life. And I'm just still sitting here like, do I want to post this? This video is kind of this game's kind of sucks, and I don't even like talk midway through it because like it's like a game turns your mic on, and it uses like your audio for like the monster and stuff that isn't a threat, mind you, that I know of because I didn't die to it once because you know, I'm not the Yapinator, Yaproni
I
and
couldn't
cheesy.
play that game.
So yeah, basically it's like, oh, you have to stay quiet, but then you're also supposed to like, you know how like in what's the game called? What's it? It's like fucking Phasmophobia, where you can like turn your mic on and communicate to like the ghost.
The ghost is not having that, bro.
Well, you could do that, but the only thing is
you
like
no.
there's set prompts, and like you can only say those to communicate to the ghost. And then after a while, the responses, like their answers to your questions, just repeat, and I'm just like, all right, well, this is kind of mid. It's just me asking the same questions and getting the same answers back, and then I'm like, you know, yeah, I guess. So, I mean, if anyone's played it and actually is interested in seeing that, I will probably just not edit it. I'll just post the full uncut things, and you can see how I felt playing about 2 hours of that game, and then getting extremely bored and just. Because, like, the next day, as I'm, like, sitting there, I'm like, man, I don't want to post this. This is boring as hell. I just did not care. And the boss fight's even funnier, though. I think that's the funniest part. The boss fight's really funny. But anyway, back onto the topic of discussion. How's everyone's week this week?
Better than last week.
My week was pretty alright.
And
Oh, speaking
better than
of, you have your PC now. Coffee's
Yeah,
on his
I do.
PC.
Coffee's on PC now, chat.
You still watch that Fortnite, but we don't talk about that.
Not watch that Fortnite.
That's what someone who's watched would say, to be fair.
Bro.
Now, before anyone goes down in the comments and says, well, buddy, aren't you still playing Zero Build? I want to hope you know.
I've never
That's
played
not
Zero.
that's not the point.
I think he's talking about himself.
Listen, playing Zero Build for a living is an okay habit. Ninja does it. Sure, he's washed and terrible at the game,
What's the
but
low people paid, bro?
I'll assure you, I am okay at builds. I just feel like not building.
Okay.
No,
What
he
do you
doesn't
mean,
have a low
okay?
people paid.
I sure don't have a low taper fade. But
Yeah, no,
anyway,
you need a low taper fade.
yeah, if I get a low taper fade, I become unreal in builds.
Exactly.
And
And then you
then
have to
some
drag on
people-
the meme that you have a low taper fade for the rest of your life.
That reminds me of this one meme. Did I send you the meme of the guy, like the fucking Asian guy who like was doing blackface trying to be Phoenix in like Valorant, and like every time he would do an action in game, he would do it in real life? I need to find that. That was actually the funniest shit in the world. It was like it's like 2 a.m. when I was watching that, and I just could not stop laughing. He had the jacket and everything, and I kind of want that jacket. I kind of need Phoenix's jacket. Anyone got any contacts? Someone put me through to Valorant HQ to get me a Phoenix jacket IRL.
Brother has the ability to make hoodie. Well, I guess it's different, but you know.
Wait, it's a hoodie. I can't make whatever Phoenix got. He dripping.
He's your.
he the drippinator. I mean, sure, that does get me killed every time I leave Phoenix Salt and the entire team is surrounding me. However,
Well, he's gotta flex how cool his jacket is.
it is, but like then I like get one shot headshotted by a vandal because I'm standing in the open.
Hey guys, you like my jacket? Oh, I just got put down.
Which, speaking of, I'm doing a ranking video for the champions musics, and one of like the comments on the I don't know if everyone's seen the Die For You music video for the championship music. I don't know what he just said. But there's like a meme in the comments that's just like the only thing accurate about this music video is Phoenix using his ult out in the open. And
Money equals power.
But anyway,
It's about
I
I'm a
was
broke
gonna say something
bitch.
else. I forgot. Other than the Phoenix ult thing. But speaking of weeks, what's his face? A bunch of people are caught out for being a pedophile this week, and it is kind of the craziest turn of events ever.
You'll be Chris.
Oh no,
Jimmy.
it's gotten worse. Yeah, no, Mr. Beast is now being accused of being a pedophile now. Being introduced into the lore. So let's go start back to, funny enough, I think it was Monday, the very start of the week. Chris got caught out for being a pedophile, yada yada yada. He bought lolly porn and made edgy jokes at a little kid who has come out and said that it isn't, but everyone just thinks Mr. Beast paid him off, yada yada yada, whatever. I'm not gonna comment on that because I just don't care enough, and it's none of my business whether he did it or not. There still is the thing of him buying child porn, which is disgusting. And then I don't know if anyone knows, Mr. T Lexify is also being outed as a pedophile, but that's more or less irrelevant. If you want more of that, just go look on Twitter and you can see people clowning on him. It's really funny.
I don't even know who that is, so yeah, I guess that is kind
It's
of
for the
irrelevant.
better. It's a zombies YouTuber who, after MWZ, fell off the face of the earth and has been making some of the worst content ever. I mean, I didn't mind him when the games were actually good, but now he's kind of just like, I kind of just don't like watching him anymore, and now he's being outed as a pedo, so. At the moment, people are saying just wait for more evidence, and I'm like, alright, that is fair, because I do think that the circumstances are a little funky, so. Whether he
What
is
the
or not,
fuck
he
just
did cheat
killed
on
me?
his girlfriend, so that's even weirder.
What? I
And
used
then-
a card and I died.
What?
What was it called?
I don't know. I'm playing the April Fool's update. It didn't tell me.
Well, if it was
I just
Suicide King,
died.
it does that. But whatchamacallit? it? Fucking, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, and then the next day, everyone keeps trying to get answers from Jimmy Neutron, who isn't answering, and then a bunch of the employees over at Jimmy Co. Are now saying that they knew, which seems even weirder that you know that, and would wait only until Chris is being outed to say anything. We bit strange in it, but what do I know? Maybe it was like the whole situation with Wilbur, where it was like, oh, I was scared to share my story, and now that girl boss woman said something, now I'll share my story. And I mean, I didn't really follow that because I don't know who that is, and I could care less. But and then now it is currently Wednesday, the third day in this whole fiasco, and Jimmy still having said nothing. Ava / Chris still having said nothing. Jimmy is now being outed as being a pedophile. So, what do we think is gonna happen tomorrow? what do we think is gonna be next in this fucking week-long fucking drama fest happening currently? If anything, Jimmy just flees the country.
He can afford it.
I mean, he can. I already said it. I said, Jimmy, if I were you, I would just go to Dubai. I would just flee the country. But no, Jimmy, he might go to Japan. Am I right, chat?
Oh, you and Jimmy have a lot in common then, huh?
Whoa. Alright, Coffee, what do you think's gonna happen tomorrow with the whole Jimmy and Ava thing? What do you think Mr. Beast's
Wow.
next actions will
All
be?
of a sudden, Mr. Beast and whatever the fuck its name is, secret children in their basement at the Mr. Beast mansion. And new video. Saw trap set up in mansion. 15 kids must get out. One lives.
Oh my god. Chad, he might be a little too invested in this one. I don't know how to feel about that. He seems to know a little more than we would think.
I just got leaked information.
Leaked information, okay.
I've seen everything.
I'm from the future.
In the future. Are you like that one meme where it's the guy who takes both the pills from the Matrix and starts like predicting things that happened 3 days ago?
Uh-huh.
September 11th, the World Trade Center.
Trail of Tears.
Oh, also on the side, Joe Biden just disappeared. He's just gone.
Oh yeah, I think he's dead.
Joe Biden kind of just vanished.
I think he actually just died and they forced his note, and they just don't want to say anything because everyone was right saying that he's gonna die during his presidency.
Yeah, no, Joe actually kind of just vanished. Everyone's saying he got COVID, which I think is true, but we haven't heard from him in a
Him
while.
getting COVID make him run out of presidency.
Because he's old. He's
not
really old. He wasn't feeling too good in the tummy. He had to fold. But it's currently being said that Trump might also drop out due to a lot of because someone apparently in September is gonna leak a bunch of shit on Trump. Don't know if how true that is. So whether that happens or not, it might be over. We might have our pedophile for September, guys.
Instead of Trump did not actually bury his ex-wife in his backyard. It was actually 500 little children.
500 little children.
Why do you think he needs that big of a golf field, huh?
To play golf?
But why did he bury his wife to claim it as his own land? And not pay
Because
taxes?
W
Gotta be all
place.
the little kids. He must have buried more.
Must have
Gotta
buried
be.
more.
There's gotta
Has
be.
Coffee thought about this?
I think Coffee is just like a
Maybe-
conspiracy. I'm
he
telling you,
can
he
tell
is a
when-
Russian sleeper agent. He just
But what-
knows.
Forever.
He knows a little too much, chat.
Sorry,
No,
all the
if I were
Trump
to get
fans
crickets
saw
by-
that they tried to assassinate Trump, so they had to hit Biden with the spin back.
The spin back.
They hit
I'll
him
be
in shots
honest.
this time.
This buzzball is not hitting.
No, I'm telling you, bro.
This shit is weak.
We just gotta wait like 30 minutes and then he's gonna explode.
We just start tripping.
Well, also, didn't you like have it mixed with other drinks? So I don't think it's gonna hit too
I did
terribly
after
hard. Oh, so you might
I
be
drank
fine.
like half of it,
Oh, well,
and then
I guess so.
he brimstones me immediately. There's nothing I could have done.
Also, viewers, we do not condone underage drinking. Quacken is 12 years old.
Aren't
Also,
you?
I'm gonna- Aren't
Yeah,
you? Hey,
aren't
buddy,
both
hey,
you
whoa,
and
whoa, whoa.
Coffee?
I
What?
supervised.
Brothers lying. Who are you supervising?
Joe Biden? Oh no. Uh-oh.
Dead.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He's turning into Biden, guys.
4 HP in a dream? I'm out of here, chat. Now, everyone might be watching this video wondering why I bought a sniper rifle for a challenge that's only headshots. And to that I say, because I have an ego and I'm getting my ass whooped.
Apples, trick or treat.
But anyway, let's get on to the actual podcast topic for today, now that this whole fiasco's over. What was it again? Who knows? Oh, the workplace thing. Yeah, that is this week's episode. So, for those viewers that don't have a job, Fozzie, today's episode, what? What? Something funny, guys? Something funny?
Fozzie just doesn't have a job.
I mean, he's
It's
just getting
funny.
bullied.
People's inconveniences are kind of funny to me.
So you're just bringing up people's downfall.
Are you not? Like, look Fozzie in the eyes and tell me, okay, my bad.
Nah,
We
bro.
won't. We won't finish that statement.
Nah, bro. What are you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
We will say, look Fozzie in the eyes and tell me you won't prey on his downfall.
I mean, I would. He has the Auschwitz haircut.
Oh.
Not because he's Jewish, but because, you know, I think people with that haircut should no longer be in existence. And if you do that to yourself, then you're asking for it. Not because he's Jewish, of course. I don't think Jewish people were begging for it.
My uncle's Jewish,
Did he touch you?
and he didn't give me any of his money, so
Did he
he's
touch
one of
you?
them greedy Jews.
Did he touch you?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. But anyway, today's episode, we're going to be talking about an average day in the workplace, whether it being unnatural events or just, you know, a regular day at work for someone who's employed.
Regular.
Not.
Why'd you say it like that?
Regular.
What's not regular about your everyday at work?
What isn't regular about my work?
Remember, guys, Coffee lives in New York, so...
Okay, so it's not my fault.
So whatever happens in New York stays in New York. In New York, I'm Millie Rock. Hide it in my sock. So anyway, let's start with something more tame. Let's go in order. Let's talk about our average day at work. You know, let's just go through a regular day at your job. What do you do for your job, Quack? And what is your main thing
I
at
make
work?
sandwiches like a woman.
Okay, so yeah, nah, we're definitely getting canceled before episode 100. But
We're in the
anyway,
cancel era.
that's over. We may as well just say what we want, so then we get canceled now before we get
Guys,
canceled.
we need to
later.
be AIs.
Oh yeah, true. Every episode is AI generated from now on.
I think we should do what one of the YouTubers did, where he just started making Among Us Skibbity videos.
I'm talking about fucking
And
Sunday.
he's not even real anymore. Yeah.
I'm not going down that route, bro. I actually play good video games, and after I finish the video game, I move on to something else. I don't play the same game for fucking 4 years straight.
Wow. What
However,
the
I
fuck?
do have a tendency of not finishing video games, which is what I'm trying to fix that habit of. But, Coffee, what do you do at your job? I know you work at Stop and Shop, so you might do, like, other things than just some merchandising and whatnot.
I do like everything. I'm technically a manager in training right now, but not really. I don't know. They kind of just abuse me.
They kind of just abused me. That sounds like my dad.
But
You need to do it more with the way you act.
every single position sucks.
He needs to do it.
No matter where you are, it's just sucks.
Okay, I'm doing one more run of this and I'm done. It's just pissing me off.
That would
Give
be
me a
really
god
funny
item.
if I just do what I did last week and just not answer any questions and move on. But I actually want to talk about my work because I've had 2 positions and I've worked at multiple stores. So I think if anyone knows the business of a gas station, it would be me. And when I tell you, it is. I don't think it's Coffee's Stop and Shop bad, but it's pretty quirky. But for those who don't know, even though I've mentioned it in multiple episodes, I work at QT, a gas station that apparently doesn't exist anywhere but where I live, which I just don't believe.
Well, now I know
work
where you
on
live.
both. Well, that's just not true. There's multiple where I live.
Damn it.
Dumbass. Only 2 people
Oh, man.
know. Actually, no, 3 people know where I live.
I'm about to make 4.
No, you're not.
Is this where you live?
I'm one of them.
Yeah, Coffee's one of them, Weasel's one of them, and then someone that you... Actually, Coffee, you know them. But they just
Yeah.
rarely talk in the server.
I know them. Wait, Deity?
No, not DD. DD doesn't know where I live. Let's DD ask where I live, then I'll tell him. But, like, I don't think
You didn't tell
DD
Necros where you live?
Hell no. Definitely
Is
not.
that-
He doesn't know where you live?
Some person?
What? Who?
Don't you know that person IRL?
Yeah,
you
they
know
don't know where I
someone else
live.
Yeah. They don't know where you live?
They don't. Unless they
But
do.
you know them IRL.
Yeah. I went to school with
What?
them. They're
So
in
why
high
don't they
school.
know where you live?
I'm not gonna tell them where I live. They don't go to my house.
You went to
People I go
school
to
with
work
them.
with.
I don't tell people, especially in high school where I live. I don't want them knowing that. A lot of people I knew in high school were like psychopaths near like the ending part of my school. Not Foxlam though. He was
Was
pretty
one of them
cool, but
Coffee?
like, well, I didn't know Coffee in school, but I mean, he might. I just think he's a
He might have
Russian
pushed you
sleeper
down the
agent.
stairs.
He's just a Russian sleeper agent. I don't think he's a psychopath.
Hmm.
Coffee, were you there when I made the joke to Weasel and I said we're gonna say like a code word one day and then we're just gonna hear you get quiet and then like we're gonna hear like 10 gunshots in your house? And then we're all gonna be hunted down one by one because we know too much.
How they know?
But yeah, I also work in the kitchen and I did work as a person who worked night shift. Which you would think when you're named night assistant, you would be assistant at the night shift, but no, you're the only one that works that shift. So then my question is, what does the assistant part mean?
I think they just wanted to sound professional.
Like, they were like, oh yeah, you could be a night assistant. I was like, oh, that sounds nice. I don't mind working with another person. They're like, all right, man, you're on your own. I was like, what? Where you guys going?
One more run. Spider Love? I'm closing the game.
But anyway, before I get too far into my trauma as both a night assistant and part-time clerk, let's start with Quacken. Quacken, name one traumatic event, or at least what is the worst thing that's happened to you while you've been on your shift?
The worst thing that's happened to me on my shift?
Yeah, just one of them.
Nah.
We'll just go in circles and keep telling random shit if you have them.
I think if I had to... So there's two experiences that I can think of.
Well, just give us one, and then we roll back. We'll tell you about
Someone
your
called
other.
me a not so nice word. They called
You do
me
that all the
the
time.
transler because yeah,
Are
my
they
hair
wrong?
is long. And then
They
they said,
wrong?
ew, get that transler out of here
Only in
as
Ohio.
I'm ringing him out.
Only at Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, Jersey Mike's.
Only at
One-
Jersey Mike's, I guess.
Want another activate.
So, if you ever work at Jersey Mike's in Ohio, you'll be called a transgender slur.
A word of which I can't say in this call.
Loser.
Wait, what happens if I... Oh, yeah.
Glad you didn't
McDonald's.
acknowledge that. Anyway, Coffee,
Yeah.
you live in New York. You work at a Stop and Shop, and I've heard some of the funny things that happen at your job. What is one of, in your opinion, at this moment, we'll come back and circle back if you have anything else to say. What is one of the worst shit you've had at work that you can think of on top of your head?
Hi, that old schizophrenic man leaving a shit trail all over the floor. You know, there's just so many, you know, like, I can just keep going, I guess.
Well, don't worry.
Let's
When we
see,
both run
we
out
have-
of them,
We have drunk drivers walking in circles in our parking lot and then struggling to drive forward. So instead of driving forward, they do a 3-point turn and standing still outside of their car. They reenacted a 3-point turn outside of their car. And they were just sipping on alcohol in front of their car, and his wife just gets in the passenger seat. Like, buckle up. Like,
I mean, some people are good at driving drunk.
most angry fucking people I've ever seen. Huh. Do you know how to count? Bring up my mangoes! Like, bro, I fucking don't give a fuck about your fucking mangoes, you fucking idiot.
Coffee does
Yeah, I
not
don't think you
like
need a
his
customer
job.
service job.
Oh, I was customer service every single one of those days as well.
Is coffee going through it? A mouth of steel.
So, remember, guys, if you work at a Stop and Shop in New York, leave New York.
Forever.
Leave New York.
He
never to
might be
seen
his
again.
next victim.
You might be the poo-poo schizophrenic
Did
man.
my Isaac just crash?
Next
My
victim.
Isaac
Also,
just
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Chad, am I gonna die? Oh no, never mind. I have a heal. I'm not gonna die. But off the top of my head, at least long-winded story-wise, and this isn't the first time this has happened, but this is just the one that just made me upset that it happened. But you know, once again, I was a night assistant at this one store that was in the very homeless populated area. And there was this old lady, right? And you know, most people that were at the store were pretty nice to me. Most of them telling me that if I ever get the chance, leave the store that I'm at now and work elsewhere, which best tip I've ever received, by the way. That place is terrible. But I had this old lady who was really nice to me. She was like, oh, you know, if something bad happens, just let me know. I have a gun in my car, which I don't know why you would tell me that. Because then I would have to talk to somebody about a murder. And that's a lot of work for me, you know? I can barely remember my birthday is. I'm gonna die. Chad, I'm gonna die.
To protect you, bro.
Chad, I'm gonna die. Chad, I'm gonna die. Chad, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I'm goated. Wait, Chad. Come with the Ron? Anyway, but then, you know, she was a really nice lady until she did a few things that were very offsetting. As in, she, like, the first, I think it was like the second day she had known me, she was like, oh, my baby hasn't eaten in like days or something, and he would just like something to eat, and I had to cook biscuits for the morning. So I was like, you know what, ma'am, you can have one, because, you know, most things at QT you give away for free, whatever. And I was kind of like, you know what, I'd rather just give it to her, just be a nice person. Just a bit of a spoiler for later on. I don't think she has a baby, nor any kids at all. I'm pretty sure that was a lie. But and then I'm pretty sure there was like, and she does this thing, and it's really annoying me, where she would go over and tell the other people, it's like, oh yeah, that's my grandson, and he's really nice, and it's just sad that he has to be put at the store with like these people, and they're just terrible. Also, I don't know if I remember, but a long time ago, this was the same lady who had a problem with the transgender people that were in my store. There were also really nice people that actually weren't pieces of shit. They were just really nice. And they looked out for me and shit. And I was like, well, ma'am, that's just not very nice to call them that. That's just not nice. And she was like, no, don't trust them. They're gay and just as women. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, ma'am. All right. And then later on, this was like a few weeks later, she was in my store at one point, and then she ended up walking back out. And then she did this funny thing, right? Where she walked in, and then I, you know, as normally, I was like, hello, welcome in. And then she was just standing like, there's just like this door, where, like you walk in, there's like a rack of chips. And I noticed somebody was standing behind those rack of chips, just, you know, little big ass purse out, just behind there. And I was like, you know what? I'm just being funny. Because also, I have to clean tea machine. Don't ask me why I do more work on the night shift than anyone does during the morning shifts. It's beyond me. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to act like I'm going to go drain the rest of these teas. And then I'm going to go see what they're doing, because they're being a little weird. I walk over there, and then I notice her shoving chips into her purse as I'm walking by her. And then she zips it back up and then walks out. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she comes back in like nothing happened. I'm like, you know... I don't much like this woman. She's a little sus. I'm pretty sure there's other things she's done, but I think the worst is that
Carry Prince K. It would have been
Yo.
nice if you dropped the kill
Yo.
instead of dropping 20
Yo.
kills that game.
Yo.
It's all right. It's all right.
Chad, I think Coffee just carried someone in Fortnite.
Yeah, I got 28 kills. They got 0.
Alrighty. But she does this thing where she'll stand by my counter and claim that she's watching to make sure people aren't stealing, which she did this shitty thing where 2 guys came in and stole beer while I was working, and then made it seem like it was my fault because I wasn't watching out front and they were gonna take it out of my paycheck, which they don't, by the way. That's just not a thing they do, because that's just not my fault nor my problem. And then she was trying to make it like, oh yeah, you should have been watching up front. I'm like, lady, I have a job to do. I don't have time to sit up here and fucking babysit. dog. And it doesn't help that I have like a essay long list of things to do. So I was like, all right, whatever. I don't care. She's old. I'm not. I'm employed. She's probably not. And then she was like sitting up front one day. And then I was like, all right, I'll just leave her be then, I guess. I then go into one of my freezers to grab biscuits or something. I come back out and guess what she's doing, chat? She's in my register, stealing my cigarettes, putting them in that big ass purse she stuffed those chips in. And I look at her, she looks at me, and I'm like, yep. And then she ends up running out. Haven't seen her since. Called the police on her. So she likely won't be seen again. But, yeah, chat, never trust old people. Especially if they're homeless. Which is why I said I don't think she has kids. Which, mind you, this other guy, I think it's her husband or something, came in and with those stolen chips, I don't know why I forgot about this. He came in with stolen chips trying to exchange them for cigarettes. I don't know why. And also maybe question the whole thing with their child, because, like, does the baby smoke cigarettes? Is the baby a Newport a day kind of guy? I was just confused. I was lost. I just don't know how credible her story is anymore. So I think Quacken might be off the perk. Oh, but yeah, that's my big 10-layered essay on why old people are old and should be put in nursing homes after a certain point.
POV Joe Biden.
POV Joe Biden. I'm pretty sure he would not steal cigarettes from me. He is a very nice man. He just has dementia.
Joe Biden?
Joe Biden just has dementia.
Did you meet him?
Did you meet him? No, but Joe Biden looks like the kind of guy that just has dementia.
Did he groom you and then pay you off?
Did he groom you and pay you off?
Seems
I
like
mean,
a
both their
good
names start with a
deal.
J. I wonder. But I have other small little stories and tidbits from that. But I want to let my other other co-hosts, yeah, viewers, the viewers, my other viewers.
I don't think if anything happened at my work today. Oh, let's see. There was these like two girls. Like they had to be at least like, I don't know, like 14. Like they were at the self-checkout register, and they're like, "So I stole my dad's credit card. So let's buy this, this, and they're both just looking at me, like I'm like they want me to like intervene, but like I'm just sitting there because I really don't.
Hey man, as long as you play for it, I don't care.
And then she pulls out her credit card and she's like, how do I pay? I'm like, so you're gonna do this, and she's like, I don't understand. I'm like, you put
Okay, lady,
the
I want you to...
card in the pin pad. And she's like, why is it telling me to put in a pin? I don't know what that is. And I'm like, is this your card? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
So are you just an idiot, or...
No, I don't know what the... And her friend's just sitting there like, so do you want to split? Like, I have some cash on me. I have a dollar bill on me. And they got like 10 items, by the way. They're shopping like they have the most money in the world.
That $1
And like,
bill.
the only thing they got was Minute Maid strawberry lemonade, 0 sugar. They got fucking like 10 of them.
Yeah, no, they might be getting crunk tonight.
Like,
Also might be in the
Damn.
liquor cabinet.
what? No. That was like the only weird thing.
Well, anyway, speaking of unorthodox, I guess, I don't think I've had to deal with anyone underage trying to buy alcohol. Most of the time, they just steal it.
Oh.
Fair point.
I mean, why go through the hassle of trying to make a fake ID when you can just walk out of the store with it?
Who's gonna stop?
The funny thing is that we're not supposed to
keep
stop
it.
people from stealing. We're supposed to go, hey, are you gonna pay for that? And they can just walk out. And it's like, all right.
It's just illegal to stop them, which I think is so fucking stupid.
I mean, I don't know if it's
Hey.
illegal for us. It's mostly just a thing that we're like, I don't want to follow you out to your car and then you unload a 12 gauge into my chest, and then I'm like, man, that was just not worth it.
In my store, I will get fired if I ever go up to someone stealing. I just have to completely let them, even if it's over like $300.
I mean, you do live in New York.
I think that, yeah, they're probably just scared that you'll get shot.
Yeah,
I
that-
live in
you
Long
definitely-
Island. It's not even ghetto.
That's what you.
Doesn't mean people can't shoot you.
That doesn't mean they don't have guns.
My manager was telling me a story that some person asked for a cup of water. You know, they gave him a cup for water for free because it's a cup of water. We kind of have to do that. And they start pouring like a different drink that isn't water, and she's like, "Hey, that's not water." They take the drink and just throw it at her.
It's like that one fucking TikTok term. The guy will go in for like a glass of water and starts filling with Sprite, and the guy comes over. He's like, "What do you think you're doing?" Oh, it's water. If I taste it, it'll be water. Oh.
But no, that's why like she's always told me like, "Hey, if someone steals like drinks, like if they ask for a cup of water and they just get pop or whatever, just let it be. It's not worth it."
Man, that definitely doesn't seem like a worthwhile investment. I'm gonna die, chat. I just died. I'm gonna lose it. Anyway.
We had a DoorDasher the other day come in, and she had come in earlier, but like the person had called about the order, and they're like, "Hey, where the fuck is my DoorDash?" You know, so we remake their order, have a DoorDasher come back and get it, and the same girl I think that picked up the last one comes in, and my manager's like, "Hey, are you gonna confirm that?" And she keeps walking out. He's like, "Hey, you gotta confirm that." And my other coworker's like, "He's talking to you." And she just walks out with the DoorDash order. And while she's like pulling out of the parking lot, she flips us all off. And my coworker flips her back off. And I guess that's a crime, but Java, what the fuck? Update. Anyway, I finished my buzzball. I'll be right back.
Chat, I think he finished his buzzball. But
Apparently Java's installing something, so
oh,
I'll be right back.
anyway, after that ad read, I totally did, right, guys?
Yeah.
I don't think you believe me.
Oh my gosh.
But I had a bunch of strippers coming to my job one day.
What?
Pretty sure this one girl flirted with me and said that she was gonna take me to Waffle House. It never happened because I don't like speaking to women, they scare me. But if I was like more masculine and had an ego, I would have taken up her on that offer. But I'm pretty sure she was really drunk. And she did not know that I was of the age of 19, but even then I was like a 12-year-old, so maybe she was a pedophile all along. I guess we'll never know. What else? Oh, speaking of cigarette thievery, I had a guy in my third day of working at my new store go behind my counter and steal my cigarettes, so that was fun.
Why do you have people stealing cigarettes, bro?
Because it's a cigarette kind of world, I guess.
Why are they fiending so hard? Chat.
I also, no joke, felt like I'm a nerd emoji, because it was like 7 in the morning. 6 or 7 in the morning. I was getting ready to get off work. And mind you, I'm very tired around this time, depending on how I was the day before, and I just want to leave. And there's this one guy that comes in normally, and he's just a little weird. He's a little weird little guy. But he decided this funny thing that people thought would be really funny to try with me, where they would tell me that I gave them the wrong change or something. So this guy comes in, and I count him back his change in a particular order. Where are my frames at? It's over. It's over. But like I'll count back the change as in like I'm adding up to the number bill they gave me, which is what I did. And I gave him back his exact change. And then he was like, "Hey buddy, you didn't give me the right change back. And usually I'm never wrong about these things, but you know, if they think so, I'll count it back. And then I counted it back again. It was the same change. I then counted it normally. I then pulled out a calculator and counted it again. And it gave him a change, and he was dumbfounded. He was lost. He was like, damn it. And then he left. Never to be seen again. I like to ego people at work. It's really funny.
Chat, is that a W?
It's a bit of a W for me. I kind of egoed him. Because I just never am wrong about that kind of shit. I'm just a knower. Especially because I was already upset. It's like, I'm getting ready to leave, and you want to be a little dickhead? So, I was like, you know what? Kill yourself. I didn't say that. Piggy promise. I did not tell him to kill himself.
I'm gonna tell, him on you.
Tell him. He either is probably... Actually, I was gonna say something, but that was gonna be really bad. I'm not going to. Wait, did I tell anybody that on like my actual first days of working at Quick Trip, I had this African guy try to come up to me and tell me that I was like his long lost son?
What?
I'm not even joking. It was like my first day, and I was just outside taking out trash, right? And this guy comes up to me, and I just haven't captured it. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? He's like, yo, how's it going? I'm like, it's going good. And then like, he comes back up to me later on. He's like, hey, man, you know this one guy named like something something? And I'm like, no. And he's like, what's your last name? And I told him my last name is. He's like, are you sure? Do you know who your dad is? I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, oh, well, you just look like this kid that I lost a long time ago. I was like, oh. Okay, man. And he's like, are you sure?
Kid I lost. What does he mean? Why are we doing? Yeah, you look like this kid I lost. What does he mean? Like, did he just lose a kid? Did the kid die? Did he go missing? Like, what?
Like, and that's actually the crazy thing, because I had never really asked that question. Whatever happened to that kid? Did he ever find his long lost son? I don't know, but I wasn't him. Off up, I guess. Yeah, it was mighty unfortunate that happened to his son. Maybe I am, though. What if I, like, am his long-lost son and, like... I don't think that's true, though, considering I knew where I was born. And I was pretty aware as a baby I was not born in Africa. I am pinky positive. Maybe, like, some, like, government document would be released. And it'd be like, you were actually born in, like, South Africa to T'Challa. I might lose my mind, chat. But I'm trying to think. What else has happened at my job? Between...
Too much. Let's see.
I had this drunk family come in and tell me that I was a really cool guy. They said they were gonna put in like a positive employee thing in for me, but it never happened. And I'm pretty sure it was because it was number 1, 2 at night.
You've successfully installed
2,
Java.
They were extremely drunk, and it was
Yummy.
Oh, Quacken, you missed it. Did I tell you that on my very first days of training for my job, a guy thought that I was his lost child from Africa?
Yummers.
Yummers. That is not a way to react to that. That is not a way to... This is not it, bro.
Yummers.
It's kind of hard to remember these smaller details. Other than I was gaslit one day and thinking we didn't have an order. They're like, how's it feel not to have an order today? Which, for those who don't know what an order is, it's like a bunch of boxes that I have to put away before the end of my shift. It's kind of whatever, because nowadays, if I were to do it now, I do it within like 30 minutes because I'm very good at it. But mind you, imagine like me, because like they were like, oh, this is going to be no order tonight. And I was like, oh, okay, I can deal with that. So then I'm doing everything slowly, so then the time goes by fast, you know? So then I have something to do constantly. And then, no joke, 2 o'clock at night, I heard my back door opening, and then the order's here. I'm like, they just lied. They lied to me. They're right here. We're just late. Which, mind you, I got used to very fast because at my other store, the one filled with homeless people, they decided that they were gonna come whenever they wanted to come. So 9 out of 10, I wouldn't get my order until I was about to leave. So that was very fun. I wouldn't have to put it away though. It was my responsibility. But yeah, you know, I don't miss Night Assistant. I will say that. Reason being is that it does this thing to you that at first, you know, me being a person who doesn't talk to people, I don't really care about. It ruins your social life. So what happens is you go to work at like 10, you come back at 7 in the morning, you sleep, you spend like a few hours, if you are awake for that time, to do whatever you want, and then you're at work again. Which eventually got very draining after a while, because especially because I hated the store I worked at. If I enjoyed where I worked, I wouldn't care. Like, I just like, okay, I'll just go to work, whatever. I have my days off, we ball. But then, like, as I hated my job more and more, I was kind of like, man, this is just ass. Like, yeah, I hate this. And then also, once again, dealing with people at night by yourself is kind of, you know, just a bit strange. And also, you only have yourself to talk to. Luckily for me, I'm already a psychopath, so I do it on a daily basis.
I'm just gonna like see Sound one day sitting in a corner talking to. He's gonna go live. He's gonna forget that he turned his stream off. He's just gonna be sitting in the corner.
No, but like, I'm not even joking. As a kid, what I used to do is I would play like games on like my Xbox or computer, like Roblox and shit, and I would like self-commentate like I was recording a video. And no joke, I was so into it, like I would get quiet for like hours playing something, and then like midway through, I would be like, "Oh guys, I'm sorry, I forgot I was recording." And I was like, and nowadays looking back at that, I'm like, man, that is crazy. But like, it's prepared me to be a better man though. I'm like a W commentator now.
Right.
I am definitely not a psychopath, Chad. I pinky promise. I am not a psychopath. Maybe a little bit, but like that's from like adverse of my job and stuff. It's not because I was born that way.
Yeah, you were definitely dropped on the head as a baby.
He's telling me to tell you that you're washed, and you're gay, and that he's better than you.
At what, Fortnite? I mean, that's not much of a feat. Everyone is pretty much better at me in Fortnite.
Even I am.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't really take much, especially because everyone I talk to is a builds player. I'm like the only 0 build player in my group next to Necros, and never mind. But yeah, no, out of everyone, I'm like the only 0 build player, and purely based off of aim, I'm like top 2 out of the friend group. So I really don't care. I excel in what I need to excel at.
Right. Being washed.
But guarantee you, one me in Call of Duty, you're getting shit on.
Oh, this guy's selling. Oh my god, he's selling.
Come on, my
What's he
domain blood, you're
doing?
getting shit on. One let me shit me, brother, you're getting cooked.
Oh,
Man,
why do I
who's your mom?
Fuck on you.
Man, who shit on my arm? Okay. Yeah, no, tell Bax I'm still undefeated in 1v1s for MW2 and 3, so, Oh, I'm dead. GG shot. Oh, my prolapse is eclipsed like the moon.
Prolapse is eclipsed. That is a statement. I'm whipping these hoes.
Anyway, do we have any more workplace stories before I get into, I guess, a tiny bit of small talk I have for the next 10 minutes, I guess?
So, I've talked about this before outside of the podcast. But my coworker, she's like what? Maybe a month pregnant now.
Oh.
Was it you?
And
Is it your baby?
This
Okay.
baby is kind of crazy.
And, you know, while she's, you know, there's nothing in there. You can't even see that she's pregnant. And she keeps rubbing her stomach and saying, "What do me and the baby want to eat today?" And I swear to God, she might get dropped.
Oh my god. Damn.
Like, no one gives a shit about your baby, lady. I'm sorry.
I hope she doesn't watch the podcast. You might be
Well,
done for.
maybe she'll learn.
Maybe she'll learn. Oh my god. I don't think that's just
Sicker.
not very nice.
I'm kiss her.
I feel
So,
like,
yeah.
we need to express our feelings in more
No,
positive ways instead of saying that I don't care.
life
you're
sucks, bro.
pregnant.
Stop being pregnant.
Stop
one
being
cares.
pregnant. That's not how that works.
Like one kick and it'd be over for you.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, I don't think he can say that.
Like, yo.
She keeps saying that the baby's rubbing on her bladder. There's no baby there. It's just a little sperm.
Oh my god. He's pre-firing the baby.
That baby's gonna be. I can't say it. Never mind.
No.
That's something I can't say.
You're getting canceled. It's too late,
My
bro.
shotgun has a reload time, die.
That I can say that baby might have a few mental disabilities
Yeah, you're done.
because, like, I'm gonna be honest, she might be on fent with this baby.
Yeah, it's over, chat. It's over.
She's off the perk.
But anyway, I wanted to get into a bit of a smaller segment here for the next 10 minutes.
Alright.
If it's another sponsorship, I'm leaving the podcast forever.
Do you want to hear my sponsorship? Because it isn't. I'll have you know. I have a different ad read, and that's purely for a different video. But since you mentioned it, I do want to plug this. I am making a video at some point, and if you would like to see bloopers and or the script for that video a week early, go subscribe to the Patreon, where I definitely will start posting full uncut episodes of the podcast, where you can see all the things I couldn't put in the episode. For example, if Kraken were to call someone a slur on the podcast, you'd be able to hear that live and then cancel him.
Nope. I sure hope I wouldn't do something like that.
I sure hope I
My
wouldn't
God.
do something like
I'm
that.
like, oh.
But yeah, purely for
Like I
$1,
almost
if you would
did
like
to
to
that
see
baby.
things like that, since I don't have YouTube memberships yet, make sure you go check that out. It's pretty cool and or neat, and it goes to a great cause, my wallet.
And be honest, your wallet is not a great enough cause.
And by that, I definitely mean Kevin's tank, which is having receiving some renovations. He'll be getting a siphoner so I can clean his water. Because I won't lie to you, waking up this morning and smelling his tank was the worst feeling in the world. I had to put a blanket over any like tiny vent holes he has in there because it smells like ass.
Now he can't breathe.
He can breathe. There's
Rest
one or
in peace,
two. It's
Kevin.
just the ones that aren't big. So then I can breathe. I'm not getting. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. That's for the Patreon.
Gas? Like a
Cut that
Jew?
out. Okay, yep, nope. That's for the Patreon. All right. But I made a small video at the very start of the whole controversy thing with Chris and everything. But I'm not gonna post it purely because the situation got way worse afterwards, and everything I said in that video will not look very good. Because I put
No,
a
I don't
defense for
think Chris
Mr.
is-
Beast, and I was like, maybe he doesn't know and all that, and now he apparently did know and is a pedophile himself, and that just doesn't look too good for me. And I was like, you know what? I really just am not that kind of guy. I'll let other people deal with that. And I don't know enough, nor do I really care. So the thing I wanted to talk about is in defense of trans people, because I feel like they're getting shit on more than anything. Because the big thing I noticed when everything went down was like, oh, he's trans. It was pretty obvious from the start he was gonna touch a child, and I was like, well, that seems a little unfair to actual trans people that I know and or talk to that don't touch kids that I know of. I just want to preface this now. If there's any trans people that I do talk to that touch kids, actually, I'm not gonna make that joke because then
Ginger
all of a
Whiz.
sudden, yeah, just don't let me know about it, and just stop doing it, and we can move on from this moment in time. But
That's
I do
too
think it is
hard.
unfair for people like the LGBTQ community and transgender community that are being shit on for a thing that someone who is a piece of shit did. That's just not fair. At least I think so. It's just not.
Nah, he had it coming.
No, he had it coming, but I don't think the trans community had it coming.
They
That's just
had
not
it
fair to
coming.
them. Okay, so you're... Oh... What are you, Sneeko? You dickhead.
They had it coming.
So, as my trans supporter Coffee Cat has to say, what do you have to say about this whole thing? Saying Coffee goes by
I don't
her,
support
him
trans
now.
people.
Posting
So,
for the
we
cancel
just can't
culture
say
now.
that.
Ever since I got caught I can't say that.
You don't support trans people because you were called trans?
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
Well, maybe next time that
Not trans
Down
person.
syndrome grandpa shouldn't call me a slur.
Then shouldn't you hate Down syndrome not trans people, old people instead of trans people?
Mm-mm.
Like, just makes no sense. Just doesn't add up.
Mm-mm. Get him, Sister Maggie. Get in there.
Coffee, what do you got
Rock
to say
his
about
world.
it? What do you think about trans people?
Jacob and Esau.
I don't mind them.
I don't mind
What
them.
about
I
people
just
in
don't. I just
wheelchairs?
think certain
I'm
people
joking,
that are trans that make me kind of like,
Oh yeah? Like Chris Tyson?
Okay,
Wow.
I feel like at a certain point. Have you guys heard the Pat God diss track for Chris though? That's just kind of heat. Like
I'm gonna
people
show
call
you
a Pat
what's
God a
in
piece of
heat.
shit, but like he makes some of the best music I've ever heard in my life. He's made 3 of those shits in the matter of 2 months.
Mm-mm.
He made one for fucking whatchamacallit, for Drake, Dr. Disrespect, and then Chris.
What'd Drake do?
He's a pedophile.
Uh-uh.
Nuh-uh. Brother, this is not looking good for you, bro.
Her name was 11. It
Her
doesn't mean
name
she was 11.
Oh my god. Chat, is this satire? Please, for the love of God, tell me this is satire. You better watch your
Mine was
digital
11.
footprint, my boy. You're cooked.
Wow. I'm safe!
This cat's back in the game.
But it's also not because that, 11. It's also because at a concert he said that fucking what, like a 16-year-old had a fat ass. And
Yeah,
he wanted to
that's
kiss her.
wrong. I'd say that.
Okay. Chat, I will everyone know that Quacken is underage, so he can say these things.
Can I?
So never mind, he is a pedophile. He is a
Is Quacken
pedophile.
trying to be canceled?
Yeah, he's done, Chad. It's over. In other news, Skibbity Toes Movie by Michael Bay.
instead of lemonade, it should be skibbity need.
I don't even know what this stuff is. Well, the money. Now spend it.
Okay then.
Get knifed on, nerd!
You go, girl, I guess. Guys, I don't think coffee's okay.
Sorry, I was like about to kill myself over what I just said.
I would too. What you said was not appropriate.
Pod's closed.
Juinator.
And you. I was saying
Hmm?
that.
I didn't say anything.
Right.
Oh, this said Jewinator.
That's not a bad thing. I support Jews.
But you don't support trans people.
Okay.
You getting quiet is the craziest thing about that. Was it going dead silent as you said that? That is
Whoa,
fucking
whoa.
insane. But it's whatever. I'm
It
not gonna sit
seems
there
you
and
got
push
me in
on
the-
Malise being like you're supposed to. If you don't want to support trans people, it's your life, I guess. But just don't be like a dickhead about it. Don't be like, oh, I hate. I'm not gonna say that slur, but yeah, it's kind of like if you don't like black people, don't go around saying the N-word. There's better ways
I
to
hate
be...
black people. Nick.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, anyway, well, thank you guys for all listening, watching, digesting today's episode of Insanity the Podcast. If you guys did enjoy... Alrighty then.
Vorinator.
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 Alrighty. Well, anyway, from this point forward, I'm doing a new initiative, and hopefully I won't forget about this, and I might pass this job on to somebody else. So if they'd like to volunteer, they could do this. I'll be now posting from 26. If I have 25, I'll post that as well. I will finally be going back to posting these episodes back on Spotify because I had this thing where it's not because I hate Spotify, it's because I have the memory of a goldfish. And I also was still working a night shift, so I just didn't have time to really get those things done. But now that I have time, And now that I will remember to do so, or I'll probably
Grandpa.
pass the job on to somebody else. Hey buddy, explode. I'll be posting episodes on Spotify, so I know not everyone has YouTube Premium or wants to sit down and watch an entire YouTube video with or without ads. It's a very annoying process. I understand. So I'll be posting them all over on Spotify. I don't know if there's any other platforms I can post these on. If someone knows any, let me know that in the comment section. I will make a push
Oh
for
my
that,
God,
I
hit
guess.
For 43.
Yeah, you hit for 43. Anyway. So if you're watching this episode
hit
on
you for
Spotify
43.
or listening, hi, we're back. And I promise you, I will not fumble the bag again. However, if it comes to it, I might just have to do like 5 episodes at once. Which I don't want to have to do because then everyone on Spotify that had noties on will get 5 different noties on one singular day, and that would not be pleasant. Kind of like how I'm doing the vods channel, which I definitely didn't forget about. Anyway,
Wow.
any closing statements from my co-host?
Jewitron.
So you're not allowed to speak anymore.
Wait, I have a question.
What?
Do it clap.
So, Coffee, any closing statements?
Man.
Have you seen the Drake video where it goes boing boing?
You're done.
Except, again, workplaces, never.
Don't get a job.
Don't
Stay
get a
unemployed.
job.
Don't go into a workplace thinking it's gonna be great.
Yeah, no, especially if it's like customer service, it is the most grueling, sad process ever. The best way to get through it is drug. I'm joking, don't take drugs.
Sometimes it's fun though.
I thought you were gonna say sometimes drugs is fun. I was gonna say
That
no.
too.
What?
That too.
I think you should no longer be listened to.
Drugs. Me drugga.
Me drop that.
Fuck God. Sometimes when I play Friday Night Funkin', I feel like I'm on fentanyl.
Alrighty then. Well, remember we do have a Patreon where you can see uncut, raw, and uncircumcised
Raw?
episodes of the podcast
I'm sorry.
for only the small price of $1, as well as bloopers for videos because I like to say words that are not in English and don't want to embarrass myself on the internet. So for the small price of $1, you can see those a week early from when I post them because I don't know if people actually want to see those. It's kind of like that joke Weasel made when Coffee was doing the typing game where he said you're typing how you talk, which I don't know why that was so funny to me.
Not my fault.
I know it's not, it was just really funny.
Wait.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it like that. I got hit. Wait.
Okay,
That sounds even worse.
But anyway, make sure you go check that out. I also do stream on Twitch with these idiots, unfortunately. So if you want to go check out those streams, I stream whenever I feel like it now.
Failure. L streamer.
You don't stream at all.
L streamer.
Like this guy. He doesn't upload, nor does he stream, and he has the audacity to talk like this.
L streamer.
No, Crack, when you start consistently uploading, then you can talk to me.
L streamer.
I hate you. I hate you. I hope you die.
Me too.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm dead.